I can talk about Texas quarterback Arch Manning and look at some of his best plays overall from the 2024 season. Maybe we got 10 or 11 plays that we are going to dive into. But before we look at his best plays, his best throws from this previous season, let's talk about Arch for maybe 30 seconds, because Arch's playing time was obviously limited, right? With Quinn Ewers being the starting quarterback, he had 2.5-ish games of real full-time games, right? From 2 starts, Mississippi State and UL Monroe, took over second quarter-ish against UTSA, and then, played spot time here and there, had some packages later on the season, and then in some of the blowout wins had some time as well. So we're going to look at these 10, 11 clips, and we'll have more videos of Arch coming out during this offseason, taking a little deeper dive of things. But for these clips, I kind of broke it down to 3 categories: his deep ball ability, his ability to fit the ball into tight windows, and then his athleticism, whether it is design runs, whether it is scrambling, or just throwing on the run. So we'll see 10 or 11 clips of his best throws. Again, we'll have more Arch Manning clips, Arch Manning content coming out during this offseason. So with that said, let's go ahead and dive into the film of Arch Manning. Texas fans, you've seen the channel before, this is broadcast footage. I have to slow it down. I do apologize, but we have some all-22 during this offseason we'll break down. So first 4 or 5 clips are going to show Arch's deep ball ability. These are some of his best throws from the 2024 season. Mississippi State only up by 1, about 30 seconds left in the half. Dropping straight back, so you see there's pressure coming his way, able to take a hit, deliver a good ball downfield. Probably my favorite throw of Arch the entire season, because it showcases his ability to push the ball downfield. It showcases his ability to stay in the pocket and take a hit, and it showcases his ability to have a deep ball without play action. Drop straight back and rip it. That's a perfect throw to the receiver for a touchdown. Big part of the game too, only up by 1 before the half. This gets you up by another touchdown. So really good play by Arch. And the deep throw here, we're going to see it's going off of play action. This is against UL Monroe. Let's see, is he still on the screen? Yes, he is. And this is something that Arch will bring to the table that they'll be able to probably utilize more, as his deep ball abilities or deep throw again against UL Monroe. He had 8 completions last year. The ball was thrown 20 yards or more downfield. Again, only 2.5-ish games of play. Really nice ball to Bond there. That was off play action. So far we saw a straight drop back pass against Mississippi State, push the ball downfield. We saw play action, push the ball downfield. We're going to see another straight drop back pass for Manning. Sorry for the quality, it's not great. Let me move myself here. We're going to see a deep ball. Well, I think this is down the middle. Yeah, down the middle of the field again against UL Monroe. Not great quality. I do apologize. Again, we got all 22 coming at some point, but it does a good enough job showcasing his ability to push the ball down. Really nice catch too there for, was that Golden, if I'm not mistaken? I can't remember. A Texas fan can correct me if I'm wrong. Here's Mississippi State, another 20-yard plus throw downfield. This is a touchdown. This is in the 3rd or 4th quarter. I believe it's a 3rd down as well. Good patience here. You see they have a spy. This is something we'll talk about in the offseason. Arch's athletic ability is going to utilize and going to open up more guys downfield. Nice ball for a touchdown here for Arch. So far, these are all deep throws. I think maybe we got 1 more deep ball, if I'm not mistaken. 2 more deep balls. So here, this is 20 yards on the dot. This is, again, Mississippi State. This is a typical Sark type throw. Pump fake to the swing screen, gets defense out of position, then throws a nice ball downfield. I think they get out at the 1-yard line. Here, we saw this. We probably saw this every other game. If you're a Texas fan and watched a lot of Texas, this type of play here. All right, next clip. Last throw that we'll watch, if I'm not mistaken. Again, we have maybe 10 or 11 clips of Arch. Okay, I'm sorry, we got 2 more clips. So here's a play action. This is against UTSA. This was a game Quinn got hurt in. We're going to see pressure gets to him. It's a wide open receiver, so it's a nice throw by Arch. Wide open receiver, pressure gets to him, takes a shot, and still pushes the ball downfield. So the takeaways here when you're looking at Arch and his ability to push the ball downfield is it's done in different ways. I know he's wide open, right? That's an easy throw for a quarterback like Arch, but you still had pressure, right? But the takeaways here, we see his ability to drop straight back without play action. We see his ability to utilize play action and push the ball downfield. We see him stay in the pocket, take a hit, have good pocket presence. And this last clip, this last ball where he's pushing it downfield is going to be Arch throwing on the run here. This is something I think we'll see more and more from the Texas offense. We do have a video coming out talking about the differences in the offensive scheme with Arch at quarterback. Ball downfield on the run. Pretty good coverage here. It's a nice catch by the Texas receiver. But good job, ball on the run, pushing downfield. So there's so many different ways that you can use Arch to push the ball downfield on the run, play action, straight drop back pass. All right, next clips that we'll see. This is Arch's, not claim to fame, obviously, but the one of the big plays that got a lot of attention and got a spotlight was Arch's run here, jukes the defender, right? Defender dives in, then he goes for like a 60-something yard touchdown run. This is against UTSA. This was shortly after Quinn got hurt, and we see Arch's speed here on display. We saw Arch later on in the season get utilized, having special packages in for their running game. I think we are going to see some design quarterback run. I think it's going to be centered, or it's going to be part of the offense more next year. But again, one of the best plays from Arch. This had to be the longest run of the season for the quarterback. Another big run for Arch, maybe the best run of the season for Manning, maybe the best play against A&M. It's a 4th and 2. This is the first time we saw the package from Manning where Sark would put Manning in and utilize his athletic ability. It's a 4th and 2. We see him take away and scramble, on this play. I think initially it gets called out and they review it and it gets called in, or it gets called in, they review it and they uphold the call. I can't remember. But again, I do think this is a threat. We're going to see some really cool stuff. Boom, play action. And then you see his athleticism. I think we're going to see some really cool stuff in 2025 with Arch from this standpoint of things. Breaks the tackle here. Okay, you always hear how big and strong Arch is, and it's showcased here, able to maintain good contact balance, then dive into the end zone. Again, huge run, probably the biggest play of the season for Arch, considering who it was against. It was a 4th and 2. Obviously, there's some really nice plays against UTSA and UL Monroe, Mississippi State. But that was huge, right? Here's another scramble from Arch. This was against Mississippi State. I think they get down to the 1-yard line here. This again showcases athleticism, his ability to elude the defender, and then break some tackles as well. Again, some speed up here, right? Little fake pitch there, then gets upfield. Again, I think he gets down at the 1-yard line, if I'm not mistaken. They did review this during the game. I don't know what 14 was doing. Looks like kind of just slowed down or expected Arch to go out of bounds. Stays in, and gets out right before, I believe, right? I think they called him down at the 1. Let's go ahead and watch a few more clips of Arch scrambling. I think we maybe got 1 or 2 more clips of him. Okay, so here's a good example of him improvising here. We're going to see him take off. It gets Colorado State. You're up 40 points already, or whatever it may be. But he takes off, a little Pat Mahomes-ish, right? I know they lost Super Bowl last night. But you got a defender here, a little shovel pass to the receiver down here. I think Bolden ends up being a touchdown for the Longhorns. Here, right? So again, 2.5 games of play for Arch. I think we got 2 more clips I want to show and demonstrate that showcase his ability. Okay, let's see. All right, yeah, so here is Arch's ability to fit the ball into the tight space and the tight windows. This is where the arm strength comes involved. It's the 2nd 14 against UL Monroe. Play action, rips the ball to the outside of the numbers here. We're going to see it's pretty good coverage. Boom. Again, not good quality, but it's a tight window throw. It's a good job by Arch. And the thing with Arch and takeaways when watching is Sark's offense is designed to scheme up receivers and scheme up players, but he doesn't need receivers to get schemed up. He can fit the ball into tight spaces. Here's a quick slant right here. It's pretty good coverage. Not a lot of room for error, but Arch is able to fit a nice ball into that window there against UTSA when he got put in. So again, big takeaways, the deep ball ability, the ability to fit the ball into tight spaces, to throw open your receivers, not need to have plays designed to scheme open receivers. Then, of course, his athletic ability. These are, 11-ish plays from Arch during the 2024 season, just showcasing his best plays from this past season. But if you're a Texas fan, please let me know what type of Arch content you want to see during the offseason. If this is your first time tuning in, we're just a big quarterback hub. We talk all things college quarterbacks, mainly SEC quarterbacks, and so we'll of course be talking about Arch Manning throughout the entire offseason. So if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please consider subscribing, like the video, share, all that YouTube stuff. It really does help. Thanks for following us along. Again, we'll have all 22 film coming soon, so it'll be better quality. As always, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Peace.